So 9 years ago was the first time I came to Kenya. And I came to Mukuru kwa Jenga. Where's Mukuru kwa Jenga? Nairobi. Yeah, Nairobi. But where are our women from Mukuru kwa Jenga? Mukuru kwa Jenga! Woo! Mukuru kwa Ruben? Where are you? Mukuru kwa Ruben? Mukuru kwa Ruben! We're so quiet. And into Lungalunga, throughout Ugandani, Mukuru kwa Sinai, Tasia. These were areas that I first, woo, Tasia! Got some energy in the back. These were areas that I first went when I first came to Kenya. And I was speaking with mothers and with fathers about their struggles. What kept them up at night? What couldn't they afford? What worried them? When they looked at their children, what did they think? Two things came up across hundreds of conversations I had. The first was health. You know, that right now, to keep my family, I need to worry about whether I can get that medicine or I can get into the clinic. Because that's today. I need to make sure my family stays alive and can keep moving today. But the other thing was education. And the way mothers spoke to me about it was because that was their future. If they could get their children to have an education, they knew their child would be secure in the future, and they knew they would be secure in the future, because their children could better take care of them. When our children grow up, and they have confidence, and they can get jobs, and they can start businesses, and they can create community organizations, they make their own life better, but they also take better care of their parents, and they take better care of their community. When I was speaking with mothers about that, that really resonated with me, personally. So I thought back about my childhood and what I used to make a better future for myself. And I was incredibly lucky as a child to be able to go to pretty good schools, to schools where my teachers cared for me, where I had homework every day, and where when I struggled, my teachers paid more attention to me, and where I needed more work, they'd pull me aside and give me the extra hard stuff to make me try a little bit harder. Because for me, when I was young, going to school that was where I was safe. It's where it was clean. Because for many of you and for many of our girls here, life isn't always easy. Sometimes my parents separated when I was young. They weren't always around. There were lots of arguments, and there were 5 of us as kids. When I was young, I had a hard time understanding what my parents were going through. But it was very difficult for them. But so it was difficult for us. But I knew when I was at school, everything would be okay. And if I could just keep learning, I could make it out, right? I dreamed as a child of where I could go if I could just learn enough. Be smart enough and be clever enough to be able to transcend where I came from. And none of that would have happened without my teachers. When I was 17, there was a dispute in my family. My brother attacked me. The police came. My parents had to make a choice. Who would leave the house? And my parents told me that I should leave. But I moved in with one of my teachers. And she took care of me for a couple months. And if that hadn't happened, I definitely wouldn't be here. And the first time I went home after that incident was actually to pick up my acceptance letters to university. I was nervous I wasn't going to get in anywhere. So I applied to 11 universities, which in America is a little bit odd. Usually only applied to 2 to 3. But I was worried, and I really wanted to make sure that I was able to continue my education. So when I was able to open the letter saying that I got into Harvard, I cried. Because I knew that then that the work that my teachers had done with me, the work that I had done, the dedication I had put in now meant that I could build my life. I could make my own choices. And I could find strength in myself to go on. Back in Makurukwajenga, when I saw those girls and boys, often struggling, parents doing their best to figure out what to do, those children remind me of myself, and that if all they need is for someone to make sure that they can go to a school that's clean, that is safe, where there are teachers that care about them, where there are books, where there's homework, or so if this child is dedicated, if this child has the will, they can make it. Every child has that potential. It's too hard on mothers and fathers to be expected to do it all themselves. And that's why we have schools, why we create communities where other adults come together and we dedicate our lives to ensuring that more children than just our own can have a great life and can be able to move forward. So I started Bridge, my husband, thinking about those children in Makurukwajenga and Kwaruben and Pasanai and Bilandani, for many of you where we opened our very first academies, so that every child could be part of a stronger community, could have a place to go. But it wasn't easy to do that. And I know many of you have found your own lives and some of your work with Bridge not easy. Sometimes in communities we get pushed back, don't we? Yeah. Sometimes we do things a bit differently. Other people think it's weird. They might question, what are you doing? Why are you going to that school? It's different. But we're different for a reason. Bridge is different because it exists for only one reason. It's so that every child, not just the rich kids, not just the kids in the cities, not just the kids who have mothers and fathers who can look after them and teach them at home, but every kid, no matter what else is going on in their life, can go to a great school. That's why Bridge exists. So each of you is strong. I wouldn't still be here. I wouldn't be here right now today. I wouldn't probably still be in Kenya if it weren't for each of you. Because there's sometimes, honestly, that I feel weak. That I sometimes think it can get to be too much. But when that happens, I go to school. I come back to Angarurugari, or I go to Kasarani, or head over to Nyanza, Siaya, Funyala, because it makes me remember why Bridge started, which was to build a community. And my goodness, look at this. Look at this community of women. So as long as you stay strong, I'll stay strong. Now we're going to make this promise to each other. We're going to work together for the only thing that truly matters. Okay? That every child, every single one, learns to read, to write, to speak her mind, to read the laws of the country, to be able to understand her household economy, to start a new business, to understand when she makes a profit, to be able to stand up for herself and for her children. That's why I'm here. Is that why you're here? Yes. So let's make sure we do that together. When I started Bridge, I didn't have children of my own. I just thought it was just about my childhood and your children's childhoods and seeing that and wanting to make that change. But since starting Bridge, I've had 2 little girls here in Kenya who've grown up with Bridge. And many of you have probably met them since Chloe's now 5, but when she was little, from the time she was 4 weeks old, I'd strap her to my chest, and we went up to the grand opening celebrations in Nakuru, in Kaptangwa, Nakuru West, and Ngara Rungai, when Ngara Rungai opened in 2011. Now she's 5. Julia is 20 months old. Yes, my daughter. And sometimes it's hard, as I'm sure it is for many people here, to balance your family and your work. But what I try to teach my girls is that their family is much bigger than the family that sleeps under their roof. Maybe mommy and daddy sleep under the same roof, and sometimes not, because I'm out somewhere else, or I'm in Nigeria or Uganda trying to build this community. But when I'm there, I try to tuck Chloe into bed at night. She usually goes to bed about 7, so on the few nights I make it home, we have a little ritual that we do together, where I crawl into bed with her and I lay down on her pillow, and then she turns to me and she says, "So mommy, I have some questions now, let's check." Always the same thing, we do it whenever I'm there. And it's such a special moment for me, because I'm able to really listen to her. And honestly, sometimes I'm afraid of what she's going to say. And now that she's getting a bit older, she asks some tough questions. Yeah? So, particularly in the past few months, I've been away from home quite a lot. We're setting up new communities and working with mothers and teachers in Uganda and in Nigeria and in India. So over the past several months, I've been there more than I've been here. So a few weeks ago, she turned to me in our little nighttime chat. She said, "Well, so mommy, today I don't have a question. Today I want to ask you something. Ask something of me." I said, "Okay." It's like my heart's fluttering. What does this 5-year-old going to want? And what she said to me, it was really hard to hear, but it was really kind of beautiful. So she said, "Mommy, I just want you to make more time for me." And that was really hard to hear, because I've committed to working for more than her. I've committed to working for each of you and for your children. And I want to raise Chloe so that she knows that, so that she knows she's part of a bigger community. And that her future won't be bright if your children's future isn't bright too. So I promise you, we're a family now, and we're going to stand up together. And as long as we stay strong, nothing can stop us. Nothing can stop us. So the only thing I ask now is, when I see you in your neighborhood, in your village, in town, say hi. And if I have one of my girls with me, come over and give them a hug, so that they know that you're their mother too, and that you'll also help take care of them.